Good evening, good evening. Welcome to News and Views with Bella. I am your host, Bella. Today, our special guest is Monet Simone, Queen City award winning singer songwriter Monet Simone.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, Monet. I am excited because I did a little dive into your stuff yesterday. I was on YouTube and I am so pleased at all of the stuff I seen. Um, I have a couple of questions that I want to ask you. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I do have a couple of questions.
Okay.
How does it feel to be a Queen City Award winner? Like how how is it taking you and
As far as Queen City Awards, it was definitely, experience my first time being there. Mr. Glover is definitely, I love Mr. Glover. He's awesome. He always makes sure you're straight, make sure you're having a good time and make sure you're getting the full experience and networking. Definitely plan to be there for this upcoming
you and me
year.
both. You and me both. You and me both.
As far as where it's taking me, I'm just pushing myself even harder. I want to go ahead and drop my little EP coming soon. I'm not gonna give a date yet because I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, I've got some exciting things coming up. Some stuff that's gonna put you in your feelings. Some things that are gonna, make you want to dance. Some things that's gonna make you want to do some things you don't want to talk about later. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of everything. And I can't wait to perform in the upcoming R&B Queen City Awards event as well. So
Yes, on the 11th of April, you guys get your tickets. Get your tickets. I can't wait. Um, so I watched the interview with Bottom Line, and I really watched it. I enjoyed it. It was amazing. I just have one request. One request. The song you did for the talent show at your school. Can you sing the song for us, or the verse that you did?
well, I sang Week by SWV. So I can give you a little taste. Let's see. I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Just a little taste, just a little bit.
Oh, I was waiting for the rest of it. I
Just a
was
little
waiting for the rest of
bit.
it. I'm glad you did because I probably would have did the chorus for you. You messed the whole song up. Oh my god, I love it. It was amazing. I
Thank
wish I
you.
could have been at your talent show to hear the rest of it. But I listen to your songs now. Hennessy and Addicted had me in a chokehold. It definitely had me in a chokehold. I was having flashbacks. But my favorite one was Reserve Lane.
Oh, I'm so
Like
glad you love that one.
Reserve Lane, I listened to like 3 times because every time I listened to it, it gave me a different message. Like it resonated different things in me. And I just want to know what was your take on it? Like, what was your motivation behind the song?
Yeah, well, honestly, it's exactly what you said. To wake people up, kind of like their inner selves, the ones that you don't listen to so much, although you should,
Yeah.
and just the whole message behind the song was just basically saying, do what makes you happy, enjoy life, but be conscious of the things that you do. At the end of the day, you don't have to sell yourself out, you don't have to sell your soul. You know how people try to say in the industry you got to sell your soul,
Yeah.
but I feel like, to me, it's all about finding your self value, your morals, holding strong to those, and still finding your individuality throughout all this craziness.
Yeah.
Especially with me just being an R&B artist out here in Charlotte, and there's a lot of rappers, a lot of hip hop, a whole lot of things going on, a whole lot of culture. I feel like it's important to find that joy in what you do and still being authentic and true to yourself at the end of the day, and not being scared to be who you are authentically.
Yeah. What made you do that song? As like you have the Hennessy and then you have Addicted, which I kind of figure were like love songs. And then Reserve Lane was kind of one of those self-reflection songs. So was it a certain message that you were leading up to, or was that jump the line? Did Reserve Lanes jump the line from the other ones?
So honestly, I'm going for, and you'll find out when I drop the whole EP,
Okay.
because it's a whole visual story, and I'm telling you technically a journey of my own life
Yeah.
in my own perspective.
Mhm.
My ass and twists and turns to it. It got crazy, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like giving you a piece of me, but also making you think about yourself as well,
Yeah.
and where you are in life, because life lifing,
It definitely is. It definitely is.
and you go through a lot of ups and downs, and there's love, there's hate, there's a lot of emotions that go on, and I feel like sometimes people are afraid to kind of connect themselves to what they
Mhm.
really feel, and they try to avoid it or cover it
Yeah.
up with something else. So that's why addicted comes into play, or I've been drinking Hennessy, so
Oh
this is
God,
how I
yes.
feel.
This when I tell you, I was listening to them songs and I was like, Lord, she talked about me. I'm just, and then it was like when I listened to both of those, and then I had to go back after I watched the interview, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get that from them two songs. And then I went back and I watched it. I listened to it again. I said, oh wow, Lord Jesus, I shouldn't have never listened to it again because now I'm in my feelings. I'm in my feelings, and then it's like Reserve Lane was like my self reflection, like wake up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you cannot bottom out right now. You need to wake up. And it was like, okay, it's like a safe balance. It was a
Right.
safe balance for me.
Yeah.
It was a safe balance, but those songs were wonderful.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
I was locked in. I was definitely locked in because they definitely gave me some moments. I had to wake up.
I definitely had a time writing them and going through it. I'm telling you. So
Yeah,
it was
because
kind of a transfer energy on that part.
because I went out, I kind of was like, okay, she, she giving us a little bit of herself. Because when I listened to the interview, it was like, okay, she, I understand where she going with this, and it was like a reality thing for you. And I'm really glad you did the songs you did because a lot of times as females, we go through that stuff, and it's
Right.
like this is, what I'm saying, it's good to be able to kind of resonate with somebody else on what's going on with you.
Yeah, because
You
you're not
know,
alone.
exactly. And that's why I liked your songs because it was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You did the songs at the right time because I feel like right now is when us as females is going
Right.
through a whole bunch.
A whole lot.
A whole bunch. And it was like, okay, she's like the modern day Mary J. Like your
Thank
messages
you.
is like the modern day Mary J. And I love it. I
Thank
love it.
you
It
so
was
much.
it had me. It had me. And then I listened to one of your other songs, which I think is Move On. It was like a more upbeat song.
Yeah.
What did you, you know?
As far as that one was kind of giving you a taste of mainstream, but I was still telling you something in that, if that makes sense. Honestly, working with another artist was a challenge because you had to kind of get on the same wavelength, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, luckily the person I was working with, was attractive. You know what I'm saying?
It made it a little easier
It
for
made
you.
it really easy. So I kind of put like a little bit of like fantasy in with reality, and then kind of talked about some of the things that I was going through at the time of making that song, and I just combined it into one. And honestly, to me, I feel like we made a hit.
Yeah, that's what I was like, wait a minute, this is more upbeat than the other ones. Okay. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to ask her about that one because I wanted to see where you was going with that one.
Yeah, because I mean, you have those moments where you kind of, thinking about somebody and they might have somebody else, and you're like, I'll take your man, like,
Girl,
but although I might not act on it all the time, I still have those thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay to put it in a form of expression. It's okay to talk about it. It doesn't make you
less of a person.
Less of a person. Exactly. We all go through. We all have those feelings.
We definitely do. And I wanted to ask you about the video. I watched the video too. I enjoyed it. Were you nervous, and was that your first video you made, or were you nervous about the video?
I actually Okay, y'all don't go looking for me later on YouTube, but I've actually been in a few videos. Just kind of, I have a lot of friends that do music as
Mhm.
well, so I kind of started off just being, a little video girl for them and their videos and things like that. So they kind of got me used to being in front of the
Mhm.
camera. Then it went to, a little bit of modeling here and there. So I kind of was like, okay, I can do
Comfortable.
this. I'm
Okay.
comfortable. But that was definitely my first time, being that intimate with somebody on
Yeah.
camera, especially in front of my mother. So that was definitely a whole new experience in itself. But I feel like it turned out well. I feel
It
like it
did.
looked
It
natural,
was yes, it did.
and luckily, I was working with somebody I felt comfortable with. It wasn't a
Okay.
stranger, because that probably would have been a totally different vibe.
Mhm.
But but it definitely was fun. I can't wait for y'all to see my new video for Move On that's coming up. I did get to work with the feature artist Jazzy, so he will be featured in the video as well. That one definitely got a little spicy too, but we definitely give you more scenery, more action, definitely still a story, and in the end all of these stories are going to line up together.
Okay.
So it'll all make sense in the end.
I mean, it makes sense now. It make a whole lot of sense now. But I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand. How long did it take to make the video? Did you have to do a lot of takes in it, or?
For Hennessy,
Mhm.
I feel like that one was actually pretty natural. I kind of just try to stay in the same headspace of how I felt when I wrote the song.
Mhm.
And still think about those memories, without getting myself in trouble on camera. But but just kind of, just recapping that feeling and just going for it. I wanted to share that story with y'all the best way I could without being too much for YouTube, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So was that an all day event, or?
It was all day. We started probably about 7:30 and it went till about 12. We shot in a few different areas, so it was
Okay.
kind of like we had to put it all together. I had to get ready, all the detail stuff that nobody really talks about behind the scenes.
Mhm.
But overall, it pretty much went by quickly once we got everything started, wardrobe changes and everything.
Okay.
It didn't take too long. K Digital was great. He was on point. He knew exactly how to, pinpoint that camera, so everything looked great. So we didn't really have any problems. Everything went smooth.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad, because that make you not want to do no more.
I'm telling you.
That'll make you not want to do no more. So, your upcoming EP. Everybody has like a storyline they want to tell. Yours. You lining yours up, but as a whole, what's the message do you want to send to females, males, couples, just people in general? Do you have a message that you want to send out with your music?
My biggest message with my music is no matter what you go through, it's all about overcoming that and not giving up on yourself, because your biggest supporter and yet your biggest enemy could be yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to reflect. It's okay to go in that mirror for like 10 minutes and talk to yourself like, hey, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to reflect and be like, man, maybe I shouldn't have did that, but dang, it felt good. Like, it doesn't make you a bad person to have those feelings. You're only human at the end of the day. And all you can do is be the best person that you can be, better than you were yesterday. And so I just want people to realize, like, you're not by yourself. The feelings that you have are normal. We all have our little things that we do that just might not be right, but it feel right in the moment. And hey, if nobody else tell you they love you, I love you. Okay. At the end of the day.
I know that's right. So we have a couple events coming up, which is the Poetry in Motion Part 2.
Mhm.
Um, And we have our industry night, which you'll be performing at
Yes.
this Friday, y'all. Get your tickets for Poetry in Motion Industry.
Yes, please do. I can't wait to put on a show for you all.
I can't wait to see it. I'm just kidding. I know I watched you at one of the other events we had, which was, I think it was a Friday Night Live.
Hmm.
Like, I was at the door. I was at the door, and when I heard you sing, I had to turn around because I was like, "Wow!" Because it's like, you hear the different rappers and stuff like that, and it's like when you hear it was it was one of the moments where I had to turn around. Like, I can't remember what song you sung, but the voice itself
Hmm.
had me like, okay, I'm about to turn around. And then the DJ was back there like, she ain't lip syncing. That's what it made me laugh. But I was like, wow, she sounds amazing.
Thank
Like,
you
I
so
really
much.
enjoyed you at Friday Night Live. So I cannot wait to hear you at the industry event this Friday.
Oh
Do you
yeah, for
have a
sure.
song in mind, or are you gonna give us something new? Or
I'm thinking about giving y'all a taste of something new. But of course, I still got to give y'all a classic, the ones that people love. Um, I just got to talk to Mr. Kevin and see what he lets me do. But I'm going to give the people what they want at the end of the day. So, I mean, if you want me to do 2 or 3 songs, I'll do those 2 or 3 songs and put
listen,
on a show.
I'm gonna be where I can see this time, so I'll be able to have a full view. I am looking forward to it. Um, do you know what you're gonna do for the Queen City Awards R&B?
So that one, I'm pretty much gonna give you guys a behind the scenes listen into my EP that's coming up. I plan on having, a full on performance. I'm
Okay,
talking dancers, outfit changes, the whole nine.
so it's gonna be like a preview to the Queen City Awards
Mm-hmm.
show. Okay,
Yep.
okay, I'm excited about that one too. I'm excited.
Yeah, that one I'm definitely going all out for sure. I got big plans for that one. So I'm gonna definitely put y'all in your feelings still,
So,
but I'm gonna still give you a whole lot of like joy at the end. I'm gonna wrap it all in a nice little big bow for you at the end. Okay, I promise.
I'm excited about those events. I am definitely excited. Do you plan on um, coming to the Poetry in Motion?
I
Are
would
we
love
going to
to
see you
come
at the
to the
Poetry in
Poetry
Motion?
in Motion. I've definitely been seeing it, so I'm like, I should definitely
It's an
come check it
amazing
out.
event. It's an amazing event. Our first one was a few weeks ago, and it definitely was wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make your grand entrance at the Poetry in Motion. Come on out.
I would love to check that out. I love supporting the local artists, poets, dancers, anything that has to do with the city. I love supporting talented artists out here. So I would love to come check out the poets out here at the Poetry in Motion, support them and hear some good words of wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I have a question for you. Um, when I read your bio, it said that you were offered a deal, but you decided to finish, your school.
Yes.
You want to talk about that a little bit? If not, I'll mind if you don't want to.
Honestly, I don't mind talking about it. Um, for me, I would love to take in that deal. But of course, my wise mother, she said, you got to get your education. You got to have a baseline, basically. You have to have something to stand on your own 2 feet at the end of the day. Um, focus on your education, build something for yourself. And then if that's something you still want to pursue, go for it. And that's what I'm doing now. So she wasn't wrong. That college degree definitely has helped me out. So I appreciate my mom. I love her to death. She's been my number one supporter from the beginning and still is to this day. And although I might not like what she says all the time, she's more than half the time right. I promise.
Yeah, and then with the industry looking the way it's looking now, I'm kind of glad you did.
Right. Exactly.
It's yeah, you coming in at the right time.
Yeah.
Like, you were on the outside looking in and seeing what you don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than getting swept up in
In
all
the
of
midst
that
of all
stuff.
of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely was a good decision. And it's definitely one I probably would have told my daughter too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you always have to have something to fall back on. Or when you decide, this is too much for me, I want to take a break, you still have your education and your degrees to fall back
Right. Exactly.
So
Best decision I could have made.
on. So she definitely, I know at the time you probably was looking at her like, Ma. But
Right.
it definitely was a wonderful decision, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad because I probably wouldn't have got to meet you had you had
Yeah, I
had you
probably
had
been
taken
somewhere else.
yeah. But it's definitely something that you look back on it. I mean, you have it if you were offered it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your talent right there. You were offered it at an early age, and just think you've grown and matured in so many different ways. So then, yeah, you're gonna get snatched up real quick.
I can't wait. I just waiting on the right deal.
Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming because you are very talented.
Thank you so
You are very
much.
talented. It was something else I had to ask you. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. But I do you speak to the young lady that you did the song with at the talent show? Do you still keep in touch with all of your?
Yeah, I actually do. Believe it or not, that's like my birthday twin. We literally share the exact same birthday. So every year we do the happy birthday thing, check on each other. We see each other almost, at least about 3 or 4 times out of the month. So pretty often. So I keep in touch with her all the time. She actually ended up going to school, I believe, for vocal coaching.
Oh,
So
okay. So she stayed in the
she definitely stayed in the lane. We both did, really. So
That's good.
yeah.
That's good. Maybe I can partner up, or you can probably send some people her direction.
Right, for sure. I definitely would. I'm thinking about going to her myself. Like, hey, help me out. I'm trying to hit some new ranges here.
Yeah, yeah. The you also the things that you did a lot of other talent shows. So what other ones have you done since the school one?
Since the school, I cannot remember the agency that I was working with, but it was here locally in Charlotte, and they worked with a lot of young talents. So they did dance, singers, actors, all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
different talents. So I did a show for them. That's actually where I met one of the Leverts. So that was, I think, after the high school talent show. And then I believe I did a few more talent shows after that, or more so showcases. And those have been pretty much throughout Charlotte. Um, I know more recently I've been doing Words of Wisdom, which isn't really like a talent show, but more of a showcase of talent. They definitely have a lot of variety of talents there. Very soulful people there. I love the vibe there. Of course, working with Mr. Glover to showcase my talent as well. I was doing Who Got a Banger. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one, but that one was out here for a while. I was doing that one. Pretty much any showcase I can get to, I'm going. So I want everybody to hear my music. I want everybody to,
Yeah, you need
vibe
to
out
share it.
with
I'm
me.
glad it's on YouTube. I'm definitely glad it's on YouTube because I definitely needed to hear it.
Thank you.
Um, your do you do live shows or different like little clubs or?
Yeah, I do. I actually have a couple of them coming up on my little mini tour that I'm doing right now. Um, so, and I might give y'all a taste of something live, no background, anything, when we do the event for Mr. Glover for the Queen City Awards as well. Um, so y'all will get a little bit of that too. But my dream is to definitely be at Middle C and just go all out with the live vocals, live band. That's where I'm hoping to build up to. So
Okay,
that's
that was
coming
my
soon.
next question. Like we That is definitely that sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. Where did you meet Mr. Glover? How did you end up running into him?
Um, well, when I got nominated,
Okay.
that's when I actually got a chance to meet him in person. But apparently,
So
people were
someone
letting
sent
him know
your
about me.
okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's been a pleasure working with him so far. I can't wait to see what other, things I can do with him to, keep pushing out this music and
Yeah.
keep, being a supporter of everything that he does as well. Um, yeah, this is just a journey for me, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
That's great. Um, do you see yourself going as far as signing a deal, or do you have a person in mind that you want to sign a deal with?
Honestly, you're like the second or third person to ask me that. And you guys are really making me feel like I need to do a little bit more research.
So you got mama over there. That's gonna be your voice, and nope, this ain't it.
Right. But for me, I don't have anybody in particular. Lately, all these deals I've been hearing about have just not been going the best. So, for me, it's about what the contract states. I might have a lawyer on the side to read
Hmm.
through that as well, just to make sure everything is cool. Because my biggest thing for me is to be able to, pursue my art, pursue my craft, and still, be able to say, I'm not owned by
Yeah,
somebody else.
and be
And
able
they
to do your music and not
exactly,
what people want to see you do. Hmm.
exactly. So that's why I'm like, I don't mind being a little mainstream because it's not like I can't do it, but at the same time, I'd rather be me, all
Yeah,
110%.
because that's when you do your best when you're in your own comfort zone.
Right, my own element.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'm not against the deal. It just has to be the right one and the right price too. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not selling myself out though, but still, like it's got to be the right contract for sure.
Are you gonna stay in Charlotte, or is
I
that
don't know.
something that you plan to do, or do you want to move forward somewhere else? Do you see yourself, or do you see yourself going somewhere else to make it?
I thought about maybe possibly moving to Atlanta, but that's not that far. That's still what, about a couple hours away, maybe 3, 4 if you're driving slow. So it's not too bad. Um, California, I don't know about that. But Atlanta, I can see that one for sure.
Do you think there's more opportunities in Atlanta?
It's more about who you know.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I can get to know the right people, it'll probably be way more opportunities.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like it's kind of the same here too. Because you can get caught up in a lot of things out here.
Yes, definitely.
And you got to be careful because you can waste a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it gets you nowhere. So it's important, to make sure that it makes sense at the end of the day. And for me, if I go to Atlanta, Charlotte's still gonna be home. Like this is where I started. This is where I got all my love. I'm
Hmm.
forever gonna be a Charlotte baby, like that's always gonna be home. So I'll probably still, come back here a lot. Most of my friends are here, my family's here, but Atlanta, I could definitely see for sure. We're out of the
Okay.
country, but that's a whole nother topic.
I know you said your people that kind of steered you in a direction were India Ari and um ooh, that's a shame.
Jill Scott.
It was India Ari and the Call Tyrone lady.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh man, I can't get my mind on who she is. I know she is Erica
Erica
Badu. There you
Badu.
go. Yes. So there's that kind of how you modeled your music behind, like the soulful. Um,
Yeah, they were big influences growing up. That's pretty much all I listened to growing up. Lauren Hill, Erica Badu,
Yeah,
India
Lauryn Hill was
Ari.
one of mine
Yeah,
too.
I love their music. I love the soulfulness in their voice. I love the messages behind some of the music. It was just it spoke to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't just a bunch of noise.
Yes,
And that was
exactly.
important.
Exactly.
So I fell in love with it, and it definitely has influenced, like, I guess, my tone,
Mm-hmm.
the melodic sound that I
Yeah.
give off, and the importance of having a message behind what I say.
Yeah, because the songs that he the songs that were asked I kind of was answering the questions while I was listening to you answer your questions, and I know mine was Bag Lady. Bag
Hmm.
Lady with Erica Badu was something that it was like, oh my God, I really understand what she's saying.
Right.
I really understand what she's saying, Bag Lady. And India Aries was Next Lifetime.
I see you next
Mm,
time.
yes.
And I think I had was it Ayo? Yayo?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That one I never heard. That's why I was like, okay, I've never heard this one.
And that one is like you don't even have to say too much. Like you just gotta listen to that one and just you
I
just
had
feel
to
it.
go back and I was like, I never heard that one she's talking about. So when I went back, I said, oh, okay. I wasn't really familiar with with that one, but I was like, okay, I understand why she said that one too. I understand. So did you have any from Lauryn Hill or any of the other people?
I did, but it's just so many. I just used to play all the time that it's just kind of hard to keep track of all of them.
It was
Um,
Lauryn Hill's whole album, The Miseducation. Of
yes, that's why I'm just like it's so many. I can't even just reel them off. Like you just gotta have to play the whole thing. You know, just be
yes.
like I like that one and that one. It's
Hmm.
gonna keep going.
Yeah, some of them you might put on repeat, but
Mhm.
it's the whole album. Lauryn Hill's whole album, Miseducation, was amazing. That's how I kind of, that's where I was at with your music. It was like, and then I was like, okay, this kind of how she, she molded her music in
Yeah.
that soulful era. It was, yeah, that's why I kind of understood why you said the ones you said for your favorites.
Yeah, because I love timeless music. Something that never goes out of style is forever just engraved into your soul. I love that. Just like what's that song? I think it's I Am Ready for Love.
God, girl, that one.
That one right there.
That one gonna have you stuck.
Yes.
That one gonna have you stuck. It definitely is. That's an amazing, amazing song.
Yes, that one right there was really when I realized, okay, yeah, this is gonna be the lane that I want to live in for the rest of my life. So yeah, I love soulful music. Like feed my soul, please.
So, have you already started thinking about your next album after you're done with this one? Are you done with this one?
For the most part, we're just kind of cleaning things up and wrapping
Okay.
it up, so it should be ready soon. But for the next one, yes, I have started working on that one.
I figured that. You look like the type that's proactive with it. Okay, I'm about to.
Yes.
I ain't got much more to do this one. Let me start right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. That one, I'm definitely gonna surprise y'all on that one for sure. I don't even know what I'm gonna call that one yet because I'm giving a totally different vibe than I'm gonna give on this EP. But y'all, I'm hoping that you guys will love it all the same.
If it's anything like them ones you got on there now, yeah, I'm definitely gonna love it. I'm definitely gonna love it. So it's gonna be a summer album, like one ones.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to be. You probably gonna be on top of little cars and everything, just popping it. You know what I'm saying? So.
So it's gonna be one of those dance club albums. Okay,
Mhm.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Oh yeah, definitely got to give something for everybody.
Yeah, you gotta have something to play in the club. You got the music you got right now. Well, the Move On one was upbeat too, but that's that music for in the house with your bottle of wine and
Hmm.
but this one right here, the club album, gonna be pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait for y'all to hear that one. I can't wait to perform that one too.
So is it more of the upbeat songs on this album too, the club album?
Excuse me. Save it.
Is it more the upbeat songs are gonna lead up to the club album, or you're gonna give us a little taste of?
Mm, I don't know yet. I haven't decided on that one yet. Um, I might. I might give you a little taste
Okay.
and see how y'all feel about it. And then depending on that, we'll see. We'll see.
Are you working with any people besides the song you have?
For the song that I have now, of course, I have artists over there in Africa, Jezzy. Um, I also have a feature with an artist named Johnny.
Hmm.
And then there's probably going to be at least 3 to 4 more features.
And that's for this one, right?
Maybe one more for this one.
Okay.
And then for the next one, probably expect maybe at least 3.
So, do you have anybody that you want to work with for your next album? Do you? Is there anybody that you want to work with? Period. Like, do you have certain people that you would like to?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to cut for a second.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, but is this okay?
hmm. It's live. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. My allergies acting up. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Give her a break,
But-
y'all.
I'm sorry. Give me a break. Don't be too hard on me, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah. So as far as my features coming up, I'm expecting to at least do 3 features. I'm hoping to get a song in with at least 2 of the artists being here locally in
Mhm.
Charlotte. As far as overall, okay, my dream feature would be to do a song with India.Arie or maybe Erica Badu. Those are my 2 dream features right there. Chris Brown, because it's something about that voice. Like I don't, I'm sorry, but it's just something about that voice.
So
I
do you
have
want
to
to
get
do a
one of those.
duet, or do you want it to be like one of them upbeat dance things?
I would love for it to be a duet because
Okay.
it's been a while since I heard a really well. No, he did have that other song that just kind of made you dance all crazy. You didn't even know how to feel, but I would love to do a duet with Chris Brown. Let's see. I think that's my top right now. Or maybe Doja Cat. Doja Cat, I would love to get a upbeat song with Doja
Yeah.
Cat.
She just seems like somebody you gonna have fun with, one of them backyard, have
Right.
fun cookout type
Exactly.
songs.
So that's why I'm just like I gotta get one with her. If I don't get any other features with any of the other artists, it's gotta at least be Erica Badu and Doja Cat. Those are my top 2. That's just gotta happen. So that's my dream. Hopefully y'all see this or hear this and
Yeah.
wanna network and do that. But I can't wait till I get to the level where that's not even a question. We
They
can
start
just-
calling you,
exactly,
sending you their stuff.
exactly.
It's gonna get there. It's definitely gonna get there.
We're on our
can
way.
see it. Yes, because the talent is already there. So you just gotta get the right people to see it.
Exactly.
Do you intend on going into acting too?
Acting. I actually, I'm actually getting ready to audition for a few roles. To be in a movie coming up. I know I did a feature like background role in another like local movie that might be televised on Tubi. But I would love to just be on like a TV show or something like Power.
With series, yes.
Yeah, like which I was so upset with Mary J. Low key because I'm like, how you gonna take my name? Like that's supposed to be me up there. But she did Monet pretty well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it.
Definitely did Monet. I'm mad they killed her. I was like, no, it cannot go off like this.
Right. That's why I'm like, dang. I didn't even get to be up there long enough.
She did her thing with it.
For sure. That's another person I think is just beyond talented as well, Mary J. Like I would love to do a song with her too one day. My mom loves some Mary J. She will dance to her till she's sick. So
the movie that you're featuring, is it a local movie?
Her name is, I know her by Ice. I'm not sure where everybody else knows her by. But Ice Baby, she was filming I believe a reality TV show and like a little short film, I believe. That's supposed to be presented on Tubi. Once everything is finished and finalized, I'll be able to kind of push that out there a little bit for people to see. But I'll have to get more details, you know, as things progress, because she's still filming at the moment. But if y'all get a chance to see it, I'm a bartender. And I also am a bottle girl in the film as well. So yeah, just look out for me on that.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
that
you.
might be a door opener for you also. Yeah, that might be a door opener for you also.
Yeah, I love to act. I'm dramatic. If y'all can't tell, I'm already crying. So obviously, you know, I have the drama in the bag here. But I love to, you know, just be able to express myself in different ways. So acting is definitely one of those avenues I would love to pursue. I just want to be in one of those crazy movies like like what's that movie with Beyonce and she was like obsessed. Yep, I would love to be like one of those people.
Why would that be one of the why would that be one of the movies?
I don't know. I just think it would be so fun. Like,
so would you want to play the obsessed person or would you want to play the victim?
I want to be the obsessed person. Like that would be so much fun to me.
Oh my god! That's again like stepmother, no stepdaughter. Did you watch Stepdaughter?
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, that one was crazy.
Is that something that you would want to do also?
I love horror movies, so yeah, like horror movies for me, like anything that's like crazy, like somebody scared they might, you know, get beat up or killed or some monster coming out the closet. Like I'm there, like I'm all for it. So I would love to just be that person that's running like, oh my gosh, no, and then just magically trip on the invisible rock or something. Like I would love it, every piece of it.
Okay, we gonna start wrapping it up. So I want you to let everybody know where they can find you at, and her videos are on YouTube, y'all. Yeah, you got to see them. You got to see them. Go to tell them the rest. I had to let them know that because I watched the videos.
Okay, so you guys can find me on most platforms at MonetSymone. That's Monet Simone. I think on TikTok it's official Monet Simone. But yeah, I'm there. I would love for you guys to take a look at my videos, support my music. I love my followers and my supporters. And if y'all show me love, I'm definitely gonna show that love back 110%. So thank y'all.
She also will be on the industry Friday. Get your tickets together. Thursday is Poetry in Motion, you guys. Friday is our industry event. The tickets are on Connected Radio on Facebook. You can get your tickets from there. And she's also going to be on Queen City Awards R&B concert, which is April 11th. Tune in for that one. You can also get your tickets for that one, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys get them tickets together and get ready.
Yeah, I would love to see y'all there. Hope to see y'all there. So, you know, if you're not there before I get there, you know, go ahead, be sure to beat me there. But I'll see y'all
All right, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for opening up. Thank you for doing the song from your school, your school talent
Thank
show.
you.
I really enjoyed that one. I really needed to hear that. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday. All right.
Thank you very
The Connected Radio plays the hottest hits from indie or